So if you're clicking on this video, you're probably wondering how to fully maximize your time shifting build. Well, I'm here to explain to you what you actually need. There are 7 main things that really affect your time shifting build, and if you want to know what they are, make sure you watch it to the end of this video. So the first things first is artifacts. So obviously, you know, I have the crown and I have the scarf. And you're probably wondering why, oh, what do the artifacts do that actually help you with your time shifting build? Well, obviously, since, you know, artifacts have substats, you know, this plays a big role into your time shifting build. You know, because on my crown, I have skill cooldown reduction. So pretty much making it to where I could pretty much spam my moves almost. If you had a skill cooldown reduction build, you're pretty much making your time shifting build to pretty much just spam moves and, you know, just make the cooldown a lot faster on your moves. And for my scarf, I have on ODM damage. What does this do? This pretty much makes it to where, you know, your overall damage as a time shifter, you know, a lot more stronger. So obviously, you know, if you wanted to go on a skill cooldown build, you know, where you just want to just spam moves, you would want your crown as skill cooldown, or you could have, you know, your scarf on skill cooldown as well. So pretty much you're going to be spamming the heck out of your moves. But if you wanted it to be, you know, just purely damage, you know, you can make the crown, you know, ODM damage as well as the scarf. So it just kind of all just depends on what you want to do for your time shifting build. But, you know, obviously for my build, I am kind of going for like a neutral kind of thing. So that's why on my crown, I have a skill cooldown. And on this one, I have ODM damage. But if I want to switch over to skill cooldown, you know, I will go for this. But yes, you know, you guys don't only just need the scarf or the, you know, or the crown. There's other, you know, variants like the cloak and the lantern. The lantern is a pretty good thing because, you know, this pretty much ups your damage by a lot. Like, it's almost as good as like a maxed out scarf. Like, you know, if you get the 9% with the 9% and you add it on to the 10%, you're getting close to around 28% ODM damage alone from the lantern. Rather, if you were to get it from the cloak, you would only be getting 24 because, you know, the max out is only 12%. But the best thing obviously is going to be the scarf because 15.5, which you all know is, I think, around 31% ODM damage. So this is the best thing you would want if you wanted to go for, you know, ODM damage. But yeah, so there's a lot of alternatives, you know, to the artifacts. But anyways, let's go on to the second thing that, you know, that would help out your time shifting build, and it is perks. So pretty much all your perks, you know, play a very, very big role onto your time shifting build. Obviously, you know, since you have your offensive perk, which, you know, mainly buffs your damage. And obviously, since I got the mythical perk, you know, can go on level 10, my ODM damage increases by 60%. So this is pretty much giving me a 60% increase overall damage on my time shifting build. So that makes it so insane. And same thing, you know, comes on with the immortal or, you know, the defensive slot. This pretty much makes your time, you know, a lot more tankier. Like if I didn't have this on, my health will go down so fast in my time shifting mode. But since I have immortal, you know, this pretty much increases my health overall of my time shifting. Same thing happens with, you know, your body slot. Pretty much I have on Founder's Blessing, which you don't know, this is mainly for, you know, time shifting only. Because, you know, it says right here, all time stats increase by 14%. And I'm pretty sure if I had this maxed out, it would probably be like, I don't know, maybe 16 maybe, I'm not sure. But yes, all of this makes your time shifting build so much more better. It allows you to shift up to 5 times in a row. You know, it makes your awakening bar to fill up a lot more quicker, so you can pretty much time shift more faster. It increases all the aggro range a lot more better, pretty much making all the times come to you, and as well increase your stats. So yes, this is pretty much making your damage a lot more better as well. But yeah, for my last and final, you know, support slot, Toxygen, it kind of doesn't really add on to your time shifting build, I'm not sure, but, you know, this is kind of just here to help you when you're in your, you know, just your ODM only. I'm not sure if this actually does buff anything of your time shifting build, not that I'm aware of, but I highly doubt it. But yeah, so the main thing you guys kind of want to, you know, focus on is your defense, the core, or the body, and the offensive one. And on to the next thing, obviously, is going to be your attack mastery. And, you know, without this stuff, your time shifting build would be super, super weak. So obviously, you know, all of these are your skill moves. There's active skill moves and there's passive skill moves. So passive skill moves, I'm pretty sure if you had this on level 1, you would like pretty much get kicked out of your time shifting form very, very fast because your awakening goes down super quick. So once you have this maxed out, I'm pretty sure this one, I'm pretty sure this is health and as well as your, your awakening, because this is your shifter mastery. And for your boxing, this is gonna be your just your M1s. If you're like level 1 on this, your M1s will be super weak. But not only that, it also it makes your boxing have AoE once you leveled it up. As you can see right here, it deals 86% damage up to 3 titans. Pretty much meaning if there's 3 titans in front of me, I hit a single punch, it will immediately kill those 3 titans. And if it was a level 1, it would probably only be able to take out 1. So the more you level up your masteries and stuff, the more better it's gonna be. Now obviously it goes to every single one of these as well, like cross screw punch, making it do 233% damage. So it pretty much applies to every single one of these thingies. And obviously, if you also have Jaeger, you would have your berserk mode. Like, pretty much if you have this maxed out, it pretty much makes you gain a lot more damage, makes you punch more faster, but it also makes you take more damage and it loses your HP. So obviously your attack mastery is going to play a very, very big role onto your time shifting build, pretty much making it to where your M1s are stronger, your active moves are stronger, and it makes you stay into your time shifting a lot longer as well. Another thing I also want to go over is the resonance. I know I didn't really put this onto this thing because it kind of goes on along with the attack mastery, but yes, if you get attack shards, you pretty much can max out your resonance. And every single resonance has its own thing. As you can see over here, it increases your attack time mastery gain rate by 10%. The next one is increase all passive ability mastery levels up by 2, making it the maximum of 12 in total. So if you guys don't know, if you guys don't have this, you're pretty much, everything will be on level 10. And if you have your resonance maxed out, it will be all level 13. And for the next one is gonna be your damage. So pretty much this is gonna be your overall scaling of how much damage you do. So the more damage you have on this, like let's say if you were on 200,000 damage, pretty much you'll be hitting like a tank. Like this overall applies on with everything, with the perks, skills, all that stuff, the memories, everything just adds on to this. And if you want to do more damage, your ODM damage pretty much applies onto your attack titan or attack shifting in general. So speaking of this, the next thing that we're going to be going on to is memories. So memories is going to be playing a very, very big role onto your time shifting. Like, as you guys can see here, I also managed to get my quick strike back, so let's go, W is in the chat. But as you can see here, each Q increases damage by 1.5%, resets after reloading. And if you guys don't know, quick strike actually applies onto your time shifting build, and I'm pretty sure this caps out at 30%. So if you do manage to get a lot of kills, this will make it, it will increase your overall damage by 30%. So another good alternative to this is Furry Forge. Furry Forge makes it to where if you were to lose every time you lose, like I'm pretty sure like a percentage of your health, you gain more damage, and that infinitely stacks, which is crazy. At least from what I heard, it infinitely stacks. But another thing that you must have when you're a time shifter is life feed, because this makes you gain 2.5% of your health back per time kill. So this is very important because it makes it to where you don't die as a time shifter. So this is very, very important, which you guys all need to have. It's like almost a must have. But if you guys don't need it, then it's up to you. It's your build. You could just do whatever you want to do. But I would highly recommend you guys to get life feed. It makes it to where every time you kill a titan, you keep your health back up, and it's gonna be very, very helpful in raids. For the last and final memory, if you are Prestige 3, I do have Flash Step, which it's not really required when you're a time shifter. But this is what I managed to get, so I'm just gonna keep this. But one thing I would swap this out for is either Furry Forge or maybe Resilience. So depending on your build, your memories can kind of go around from place to place to place. Like pretty much if you want to go fully skill cooldown and you just want to pretty much just spam all your attack moves and all that stuff, then pretty much skill cooldowns will make it to where you're able to do that stuff. But every build is different, so make sure if you're gonna make it to your build, make sure you get the right memories. But anyways, from the next part, it is gonna be skills. And you're probably wondering like, what does this have to do with anything? Obviously, the skill is going to play for a very, very big role because you get your support perk slot, you get your offensive perk slot, and you also get your defense perk slot, and as well as damage as well. Like if you were to go all the way down right here, it all increases your damage. So obviously this is something you guys want to really, really max out. But if you don't want that, you could also go down for the crit build as well, which is down over here, making it to where your crit damage is increased by a lot, and as well as your crit chance. So yes. And if you want to go for your skill cooldown, you know, obviously you would want to go down over here all the way to this one, making it to where your skill cooldown is decreased by dramatically. Like, I'm pretty sure some people have made it to where it's even up to 100%, pretty much making it to where your cooldowns on your moves are very, very short. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you want to go more tanky, you would go, you know, just down over here and stuff, pretty much to where you get more health overall, and it'll be all the way down here, pretty much making it to your health, like, yeah, increased by a lot. So yeah, so for the last and final thing that you kind of want to, you know, worry about is, of course, your family. And since I have Jaeger, you know, it pretty much makes it to where I get a lot of these benefits right here. You know, like the passes, I've got an extra defensive perk slot, basically making it to where my time shifting build can be very, very tanky. I also get a 20% attack titan stat, 50% crit chance, and a 10% reduced shifting cooldown. So pretty much depending on what family you have, it is gonna determine, you know, either you get more benefits or you don't. So yeah, so obviously for Jaeger, I get the 20% attack time stats, pretty much going into everything, you know, and it also reduces my shifting cooldown. But you know, if you guys happen to get like Fritz and all that stuff, you know, obviously Fritz is the best thing right now for the, you know, the attack titan stuff, because you get 20% more attack. You also get the offensive perk slot, and as well as 20% I think more into attack rates. But yeah, since I don't have Fritz, I can't really tell. But you know, there's also a lot of alternatives, like for like the epics and stuff. Like, you know, let's say we swap onto Finger, for example. Obviously, since you know she's, you know, for the card titan and all that stuff, but the card titan's not here. But pretty much I'm just trying to tell you that there is other alternatives to legendaries if you don't have them. Like, if for right now, I think for the attack titan it would be Cougar, I think. You know, I think it gives you like 10% attack titan stats and all that stuff. But yeah, so as you guys can see here, we're gonna use Finger as an example. You know, you would get 10% card titan stats, 10% ODM gas storage, and 10% shifting time. So pretty much, you know, if you guys don't have legendary, you guys can pretty much swap it out for an epic. So yeah guys, that is the 7 main things that you kind of want to prioritize when you are a time shifter. So before we end the video, I'm gonna do a quick little, you know, difference. You know those 7 things I talked to you about, I'm gonna remove every single 7 things as much as I can, you know, because there's some things I won't be able to remove. But you know, we're just gonna see how big the difference is from, you know, damage wise, or my, you know, just my skill cooldown wise and all that stuff, just to kind of, just for an example of like how much it actually, you know, changes. Get done with the first phase. So let's see how much of a change it actually is. I'm pretty much sure it's probably gonna be a lot. I forgot to actually check how much my ODM damage was with everything off, but we'll go check that back once we get back into the lobby, you know. But let's see how this goes. Okay, so we gotta wait for him to scream and stuff. But okay, corkscrew punch, it only did 300,000. Okay, so pay attention to that. My punches are doing it pretty much around 123,000 without crits and stuff. Okay, let's try it on with Harden. With Harden, my punches are 139,000. With crit, it's about 185. My stomp is 212. My uppercut is 211. Okay, and my scream is probably gonna be very weak. Yeah, 52,000 pretty much is the highest, 45. So yes, I think it's gonna make a big change, guys. Even with everything off and all that stuff, yes, it makes it very, very of a big difference. But yeah, as you can see, my attack mastery, or my awakening, is going down not that fast, but it's going down a lot more quicker than I imagined it to be. But yeah, so pretty much it does make a very, very big difference, and it determines how strong your time shifting is actually going to be. But let's go ahead and just beat Aaron really quick, and there we go. We're not going to open anything, you know, because it's just a hard raid. And let's go back to the lobby and let's see how much my ODM damage is, and then we're going to put everything back on to see how big of the difference actually is. And without everything, damn, 89,000 damage, guys. With everything off, damn, that is very low. But obviously, if I can go on, it's gonna make a very big difference, because ODM damage by 60% is crazy. That alone made our damage jump by like, oh my god. Hold on, let me just pull out a calculator really quick. This has made our damage go up by 45,000 damage, guys. That is insane. We made a big jump. So yes, perks play a very, very big part Obviously, with artifacts too, it will make a very big part. So let's go ahead and put them on. Let's go ahead and equip our crown as well as our scar for more damage. And let's see how much of a damage it is out. Yeah, we went up like 15,000, I think, just from that alone. All right, so first phase is down. So let's go ahead and see how much of a difference it actually was with, you know, all those things off, the perks, the artifacts, you know, and all that stuff. And it's actually a very big difference just only from, you know, the artifacts, the perks, and yeah, that just those two alone make a very big difference. Obviously, your family is gonna matter too, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, let's see how big the difference was from this. So I think it was at like 300k to 500k now, and my punches are doing 200,000, which is a 100k damage increase, which is insane. So let's do harden and let's see how much damage we actually do. With the ground slam, we did almost, that's pretty much 400k, guys. 352,000 with a punch on a crit. That is insane. For the uppercut, we did pretty much 400k as well. That is insane. So yes, as you guys can see, all those alone can determine your build and make your time shifting a lot stronger. 500k from a slam right there. That is crazy. 700k, guys. Like, I'm pretty sure our artifact, or not artifact, memories are actually coming in right now with the Quake Strike, because the damage is slowly increasing and stuff. But yeah, that's a lot of damage. Holy, like, that's a lot. Let's go ahead and punch him. Like, yeah, 300k right there. I'm pretty sure it was like only 112 last time for the uppercut. Now, that is crazy. All right, let's go ahead and use this again to kind of see how much we do. 636 or 632, I think, just without a crit. Okay, let's go ahead and use the roar and see how much we do. Doing about 100k crit, 87,000 non-crit, which I think it went up about 30,000 more extra damage. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure, but yeah, it is a very big difference, guys. 712,000. That is crazy. I'm pretty sure my highest I ever went to was 912,000, but that's with my, you know, me maxed out with like all my damage and all that stuff, because in my skill tree I'm not really fully maxed out, but you guys can pretty much see how big of a difference, you know, your skill tree matters. The artifacts, the perks, you know, your damage, the memories, the skills, and the family. There's like all those things determine how strong your time shifting build actually becomes. So yeah, there you go. We got this finished, you know. But yeah, as you guys can see, those are the 7 things that are gonna, you know, dramatically increase your damage, or your just, you know, your time shifting build overall. Whatever, it just depends whatever you want to do and stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know this video is kind of a little bit too long, you know, like I kind of went into kind of like a deep explanation about this stuff. I could have definitely made this a lot more shorter, but you know, I wanted to show you guys every single step, you know, and all that stuff, that, you know, all the small little details that could, you know, make your damage a lot more better, or your build overall better. But yeah, you know, that's it for the video. You know, if you guys want to join my Discord, I'm gonna link it down in the description down below. If you guys are interested in joining that, you guys go ahead and join. I pretty much just help people in my free time and all stuff, do raids, or just help other things in general. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully I managed to help you guys, you know, make your time shifting build a lot more better. But yeah, that's gonna be it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, see you guys.